Hello guys, I am so sorry for this lighting. Again, I am on an Android. Yes, I have my hair pulled up because I've been cleaning and there's like dust and stuff everywhere. And you guys know I just did a little dye job up front. So I don't want my hair looking, pasty and getting all the lint up in it. You guys have locks. You know when it gets lint in it, it's hard to get out. I'm about to cut some onions. And you can see I'm still listening to my beautiful classical music. And my cat is outside, but my plants still love it and my fish love it as well, and I love it as well. So it's very relaxing, and it's actually very inspiring to write to and to also study to and stuff like that. So I've been doing a bit of study, a bit of cleaning, and I'm about to cut up these onions because I am making some steak and gravy, of course, with onions, and then some rice for my kids. And then we already have greens in the fridge that my mom made. She made them with greens and turnips. So a lot of times I hear a lot of moms saying, my kids don't like leftovers. You could either make another meat with your leftovers or another side and a meat and then put the leftovers right on top of there, or you can freeze it. Okay, but I learned how to trick my kids. Like, hey, I don't want no more macaroni and cheese. If I make it with, some hamburgers or some green beans, they'll go ahead and eat it. Okay, so let's get these onions chopped up here. I have them here. And I have my moo on today, so hey, don't judge me. Let's go ahead and get these cut up. Because you guys are having a good day. Having a good week. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you guys. All right, we got all of that skin off of the onion there. And you can just roughly chop it any way that you want to chop it. It's an onion. Okay, it's going to be eaten. If you don't like onions, you don't have to use onions. You can use fresh garlic, okay, or scallions, right? Some people don't like this onion flavor. They might like scallions or green onion, okay, or no onion. Maybe just use whatever seasoning you like. But this is going to be the steak that I am making. I have it simmer. I'm slow cooking it. And I've been simmering it for about an hour and a half. Now I'm going to keep cooking it because I want it to be as tender as possible. Because I have little kids and, I don't want them, chewing and chewing and chewing like it's gum. I want them to go ahead and eat the beef, get the iron and the protein from it, and, go to sleep. All right, so let's go ahead and chop these onions up, okay? I like to cut mine like this. I think they look really pretty. I'm going to get the rest of these cut up, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like in the pot. All right, so here are the wonderful onions here. Let's go ahead and dump them into my pot here, where I have the steak that has been cooking very slowly, okay? Very, very slowly. I wanted just to like a soft boil on there. Okay, I started out by sauteing it. Then I added and made my own broth with it. So it's cooking in its own broth, according also with a little bit of chicken broth, okay? Want to get a nice seasoned steak. And this is a natural way of seasoning it without using too much salt or, I'm from the hood where, they use seasoning salt for everything, but you can use a little Himalayan salt, a little onion, get you some bone broth, and then you can cook your meat on low in bone broth, and it's going to make it delicious. Isn't that pretty? So that is our steak and onions. We're going to let this slow cook. Okay, let me get the rest of the onions in there, guys. And there you have it. I have it all covered. We're going to put our wonderful top right on top of there. Boom. Now, once it's done doing the simmer thing and cooking, and then we have the rice here, you can thicken up that sauce to make a nice gravy. Some people use flour, right? But I have this new thing, or you could use cornstarch. All right, or this is something new, potato starch. Okay, you could use this. It says for thickening gravy, sauces, and soups. And it's perfect for gluten-free baking. So if you're trying to do like gluten-free, you can use a little bit of this. Now get this. This has 0 calories. It has a little bit of potassium in it and only 10 grams of carbs in it per tablespoon. So I'm watching my carbs. I'm not keto because I'm just not going to do that to myself. But I am watching the carbs. Let's see, compared to the cornstarch is just about the same, So I might do half and half because my kids are not used to this potato flavor. And I've never used it before. So I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of this, a half a teaspoon of cornstarch to make myself a nice gravy for the children. And then they can enjoy that. What I'll end up having is a huge salad. This is how I've been doing, just been tearing salads up, okay? So I'm going to have a huge salad. And then I get a little corner of this beef, maybe about 2 ounces, enough, like a half of my palm. and then I just enjoy it that way. That's what I've been doing, okay? I'm not going to have any of this rice. If I want rice, this is jasmine rice here. Let me show you guys what I'm yapping about. Just a little jasmine rice, okay? I'll let that cook and rinse the starch off. You can use that rice water also for your face and for your hair, you know. It's a wonderful, makes your face glow, and it'll make your hair glow and grow. So there we have it, okay? All right, so that's all I'm making. If I want some rice, I showed you guys yesterday, I made wild rice, red rice, and purple rice for myself. If I want a little bit, and what I do is I put a little bit on the side. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So these are my holiday plates, okay? I know, it's not Christmas, but I'll have like a big ass salad right here. And then I put a little bit of meat here and a little bit of grain. And that's how I've been doing that. Okay, so I'm focusing more on vegetables and protein, but I do get my carbohydrates in through my vegetables and fruit and through some grains as well. Okay, slowly but surely, I'm not in a race to do this thing. Again, I told you guys I'm erasing, trying to, bad habits and feeding the good habits. Okay, all right. So you guys have a wonderful day. And there we have steak and gravy with jasmine rice.